We have been very excited to talk to Alan Tudyk. I want to find out the whole thing about apparently he lived in El Paso or was from El Paso or something. I want to get the lowdown on that. There's a show coming up tomorrow, debuts on Sci-Fi called Resident Alien. That's going to star Alan Tudyk. Hi, Alan.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing fantastic. You want to start maybe by telling us about Resident Alien, what that's about? Is it mostly sci-fi or does it lean comedy or what's it going to be like?
It leans comedy. It is sci-fi because, well, it's on sci-fi.
Yeah.
But it also is an alien. I play an alien. That usually puts it right into the sci-fi world. Spaceship. I'm on a spaceship. I crash it. I'm coming here to kill all of humanity, as you do as an alien. And I am forced to take on this human identity of Harry Vanderspiegel while I'm looking for my device in the crash that is going to be used to kill everybody. But I get pulled into this small town in Colorado to help them solve a murder because I took over the body of a doctor, and they need a doctor to do an autopsy. So I get pulled in, and I become their town doctor, and I'm trying to pass myself off as a human. Meanwhile, there's a little kid who can see me as the alien because he has this genetic ability. He has a flaw in his genetics that he can see through my camouflage. And so I've got to kill him.
Let's do this, Alan. I'll give you what I consider it the big four classic TV shows about aliens that pretend to be humans, and tell me if it has anything in common with any of them, okay? So my favorite Martian with Ray Walston's the first one. Mork and Mindy, Third Rock, and Alf.
No eating of cats, that's for sure. The Alf, Mork and Mindy. Gosh, I was such a Mork and Mindy fan growing up.
I had the board.
The right age.
I had the board game. I had the Shazbot board game when I was a kid.
Shazbot. Oh, that's great. I had the suspenders. Cool. I love those things.
How about Third Rock? I mean, that was a light
Rock
comedy, but I don't think John Lithgow was trying to kill anybody.
No. Ours is less light because it is an hour-long show, so it has drama in it. But he doesn't know how to use his body. He didn't mean to come and interact with any humans. He was just here to kill them all. And so when he gets stuck with them, he doesn't know anything about them. So first he has to figure out how to use the body. He doesn't know how to speak, so he watches Law and Order, and he learns the language from watching Law and Order. But they can't even make his mouth move right. He just goes, so he finally figures out a way to speak to people. And movement is the same. He's kind of stiff, moving around. But he's also he becomes a doctor, but he doesn't know anything about the human body, so he's being tasked with, prostate exams.
I thought one of the most brilliant portrayals that any actor ever did of an alien was when Vincent D'Onofrio had to wear the Edgar suit in Men in Black. I mean, that was just brilliant physical acting on the part of Vincent D'Onofrio, I thought.
I think it's his best performance. He's a great actor, but that's his best performance.
Give me sugar.
Yeah.
So
it just looked like he was barely holding on to that body.
So I'm interested to see what you're going to do with it because I think it's going to have a lot of physicality to the role. So that sounds very interesting. And that's tomorrow on Sci-Fi. Alan, your history in El Paso. So whenever we look it up, we've heard, Alan Tudyk is from El Paso. Were you born here? Did you live part of your childhood here? What was your El Paso history like?
I was born there. My parents lived there for a couple of years. That's where they met. That's where my parents met, and I was born there and lived a very memorable 1 year there. That's where everything started for me. And then we moved to Plano, Texas. Moved near Dallas.
But you're from you were brought up in Texas, though.
Oh, yeah. Texan, all my family live near San Antonio and around those areas. My mom and dad are both from small towns near San Antonio. I was born in Hotel Dew. They tell me that was a hospital.
Yeah.
What does Hotel do?
They tore it down now, but it's been torn down, but it used to be the main hospital here.
Was it also a hotel? Like, could you get a suite for the night?
No, I think it was just called that, but it was administered by nuns.
Oh.
Sounds like a hotel a bunch of gamers hang out at for Mountain Dew.
Some of the famous characters and voices you would know. Alan Tudyk. He was Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball. He was the Duke of Weaselton in Frozen. He was King Candy.
Weaselton.
All right, here.
Don't forget Watt from A Knight's Tale.
He was Watt in A Knight's Tale. I'm King Candy.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Wonderful.
And he was K2SO in Rogue One.
Don't forget Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
No,
completely
Dale,
exposed
yeah,
Tucker and
that's
Dale
so good.
versus Evil.
What have you seen so far about this Andor series that's about Captain Andor? Diego Luna's on board, but we haven't. I think the only thing we heard is that K2SO's not in the first season. But what else can you tell us?
Because it's Star Wars, I can't really say much. We met Captain Andor and K2 and Rogue One. They were already partnered up, so it starts out prior to partnering.
Oh.
And I don't know much about it because I'm not in it right now. So I'm just hoping he's not stepping out with another droid.
You're so tied in with doing voices for DC. Do you think there's? I think eventually everybody's going to have to play something in both fictional universes, DC and Marvel. Have you been in a Have you been in a Marvel at all?
No, I don't think I have.
Not yet.
Not yet, exactly. Not yet.
Oh no, you were. I totally forgot. You had a cameo in one. In Deadpool.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It just dawned on me. It's like, no, he did the cameo with the rednecks in Deadpool 2. Don't tell me.
That's right. With Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, who's in costume and doesn't look at all like Matt Damon. That was so cool. I met him that day, and he walked into the makeup tray. He's like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" And his voice is Matt Damon. He's totally Matt Damon. You immediately recognize his voice. But there's this guy who's struggling with his weight, and he's not taking care of himself. He's got problems with his skin. And I'm just staring. I'm like, "Are you mad?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Well, you and Matt Damon's cameo was longer than Brad Pitt's cameo in that movie. All right. Well, listen, the movie or the show rather that starts. It's a series, hour long for each episode. It starts tomorrow on Sci-Fi's Resident Alien, starring Alan Tudyk. And Alan, great talking to you. It was every bit as fun as I imagined it was going to be. So thanks for taking some time with us today.
Thanks a lot, y'all.
Okay. All right. Come and see us sometime. Thank you, Alan. There's
Alan
Alan
Texas,
Tudyk.
man. Dropping the y'all.
Y'all.
I heard it.